Okay, so what's going on, people? Today is one of those days where I'm doing one of those rare double unboxings, right? So it's kind of the reason I'm wearing this Becky 2 belt shirt because I'm going to be doing two shoes. It kind of made sense. Also, since Jeezy kind of called me out last week for making fun of her on account of her getting pregnant and not being the man anymore, it's also one of those things. So this is for you. All right. Anyway, so I don't know about you guys, but I am very much new to the whole New Balance thing, right? I've never owned a pair until right now, and now I own two. So look at me, moving on up in the world. But the thing that always confused me about them was the naming scheme, right? Because never really got it, because they just use numbers. And so I was doing some looking around online and stuff, and from what I saw, like the way the numbers work is like the first number, like say you have like a 990, right? 997, whatever. That kind of signifies what type it is, I guess where it ranks in their little model series. So a 900 whatever would be better than a 500 whatever. And then within those, you have like say 990 and 997. And so the 97 would be better than the 90 because the number is higher. So that's the way it was made to me, right? Made for me to be understanding of that. So that's what I'm going to say to you. If I'm wrong on that, go ahead and let me know that I'm wrong on that, because it's very much possible. I'm opening both of these boxes now because it just makes more sense that way. But yeah, because I've been seeing a lot of New Balances. I saw a pair last year that I really liked. It was a 1300. Yeah, it was a 1300. I found out later that it was part of like a, not limited thing, but kind of a special occasion. So they were also $200, and I was like, man, I feel like New Balances shouldn't be that expensive, But apparently that's why they were. So had I known, I think they were a little less than that, but still, had I known, I would have considered it because that was the actual standard price of that particular pair of shoes. I thought it was just overpriced because I always heard about New Balance being cheap. But, you live, you learn, and you miss out on things. So now we've got these both out of the box here. Each box looks very much the same. This is what they look like across the top. Got that NB up there. And then on the sides, you got that going on. You probably can't even see that, can you? I feel like that camera's a little far, but whatever. It doesn't much matter, I don't think. So which one is this? This is, I'm not going to be able to tell. Because they both just say 997. One says HZH, one says HCK. I don't know what that means, but from what I understand, sometimes like if they're a different series or whatever, like a sporty series or whatever, sometimes that's part of whether those second letters come in. Whatever. Let's just go ahead and get into these so we can move on with our days, people. So, now originally I bought two pairs. Well, I originally bought this pair. This pair right here looked kind of like a South Beach sort of colorway, right? And I was like, yeah, these are pretty decent. And they were on sale. So that was another reason to jump on those. And then, okay, that's good. That's just a piece of lint. So, and then I saw these later. And I was like, oh, well, those are pretty nice too. Luckily, they were both around the same price, which was like 50-ish, $60, something like that, after whatever discount Foot Locker and Foot Action was doing. So I figured, you know what? For the price of both of these, I'm still coming out cheaper than if I bought like, I don't know, like an Air Max Plus maybe. So let's just go on and get both of them and we'll see what we see. And if I don't like one, again, my brother wears the same size and one would just go to him. So we'll see what happens. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, it is now review time on these right here. The New Balance 997H, right? So also real quick before I get further into this, if you want to watch another New Balance video, go ahead and check out DB Kicks. I haven't seen it. I just saw the I saw the notification about it earlier today or something. So he makes some solid videos, so go watch him. All right, you can, and if you want to leave right now and go watch it, that's fine too. It's all the same to me. But anyway, so here we go. We're gonna put down, these both look the same on the bottom right there. So across the bottom right there, that is a very typical outsole, I'm going to assume, because it looks super basic to me, right? It doesn't look like there's much of anything going on. I'm not even sure what kind of materials these are, but they feel sturdy. But overall, it's just your white middle, black on the back or on the top and the bottom. Nothing too crazy going on there. And then each one has the similar styling going. It's just that the South Beach one has a little bit of turquoise on the back. And then moving up to the midsole though, they're still very similar there. You can just kind of see that on one pair, the little turquoise area kind of pops out a little bit, right? But otherwise it's very much the same. And then moving on to the upper, that's where things switch up just a bit. So looking at this pair right here, I don't know what you would call this colorway. It's kind of like a navy and a black sort of thing going on. But the materials are the same, right? So looking around the toe boxes of both of these, you kind of have suede going on down there around the toe box with a nice mesh upper around on the upper part of the toe. Moving above that, but not quite to where the laces are, moving like right around in this area. It feels like it's a little bit of leather down in there. It could be. I'm thinking that it is. And then slightly above that, when you get up to what's going on with the laces here, that feels more like a canvas style kind of feeling. Almost similar to those CP312s or maybe even those Bulls 12s. Things like that where they weren't really a standard material that you would often find. So you have that going on to kind of help hold the laces down at the bottom. And then along with those stitched onto the side in the same material, you have the end for New Balance. And then moving on up the rest of the shoe to this area here, you have another similar leather styling to what's down here. On this one, it's black at the top, gray at the bottom. This one, they kind of kept the same color going across the bottom and the top. So looking at them, I do like the way they did that because it just kind of gives you a nice little shift in materials. I can see why they kept the same color on these though. But anyway, so moving back to the back of the shoe, there's a decent amount of layering going on here, so I'm trying to cover all of it. So as you move to the back of the shoe, more around the heel area, down at the bottom, you have what seems to be kind of like a heel counter type of situation going on. On here you got turquoise, on here you got pink. And then right above that, you have a suede going here. That's kind of all around, swooping through all the way across. So you got that. And then above that, like I said, there's a little bit of leather, not too much, just from the top of the laces. That's that part continued on back. And then you have the mesh at the top across there. The mesh here though, it's a lot stiffer than the mesh on the toe, which makes sense because in the heel you probably want a little bit more structure, a little more sturdiness to hold you in place, right? Now I don't think these are really made for sports, because like running and such like that, these seem to be more of like a casual wear. So because just going by the way the whole shoe feels, it feels a little too stiff to be like an actual running shoe. And I've seen what some of their running shoes look like, and they look like they'd be very much lighter than these. So I can't really speak on it because I've never seen a pair up close, but just going by the pictures. So that's pretty much what the shoe is. And then across on the back, also you have the New Balance logo at the very top. But other than that, I think that's mostly it for the up close and all that, talking about the upper. And again, there will have been pictures in here to give you a little close up, because again, I'm talking about two different shoes. So I'm gonna have to make sure each one gets some close up shots in there, and that's the only way to really do it. But then moving around to the front, the one thing I forgot to finish off was the tongue. So you've got the laces. They're flat style laces like you saw on that VaporMax review I did yesterday, if you saw that review yesterday. But they are just a little stiffer. Feel like they're a little more rough. And then above that, you have New Balance 997H. So there you go, kind of give you a little glimpse of that. And then moving on to the last piece of the puzzle, the inside, right? So there you have it. You have New Balance 997H. Each one just has a slightly different color combination because that's what makes sense. So overall, looking at the shoes as far as they go, I like both of them. I'm not sure which one I would like more. I mean, I have a couple things in the South Beach colorway because I do like it. And in a way that makes me want to keep this one. But this one, it's got a good look to it. It's more subtle, you know what I mean? And sometimes that's what you want. But I don't know. I mean, I haven't ruled out just keeping both of them, you know, because why not? I just felt like if I truly don't like one, they will go away. But for now, we need to switch gears and do this whole on foot thing so that way I can see how these things feel and talk to you about that. So hopefully they fit like I want them to, but we'll find out in a moment. All right, give me a minute. I'll be right back. Okay, so got these tried on, saw how they fit, how they feel, all that good stuff, walked around just a little while to see what I think, and now I'm going to tell you what I think. So, as we usually do, I'm going to start with the whole sizing piece of these. Now, I bought these in a 9.5, right? That's a size that I can fit. I often go with the 9 because I like a more snug fit, but for other reasons, I'm doing the 9.5s right now. So, these are 9.5, and I will say, comparing these to my blue Huaraches and my recent Air Max 90s, same fit. So that's true to size in my eyes. Whatever size you happen to wear in another Air Max or whatever else, Ultra Boost, those two, buy these in that size. That is my suggestion. Now, here's the other piece of that though, right? Here's the other piece. As I was walking around in these, I did notice that the toe box is just a bit wider than those, right? So you kind of feel like you have a little bit more room. To me, it doesn't seem like there's enough room to go down. I don't think that that's necessary. But to you, your mileage may vary. You know, it just kind of depends on how you like your shoes to feel. But I'm thinking that if you go with your standard size, you're going to be okay. Now, moving on from that and on to how these actually feel as you walk around in them, not bad, not bad. Now, these are only $90, so you shouldn't expect anything amazing, right? But I will say they're pretty comfortable, right? I can see people walking around in these for a day, just doing whatever errands out, walking around the beach, doing whatever, and being cool with it. I would compare the feel of walking in these closer to the Huarache, in my personal opinion. I'm going by just off of the way the sole feels and all that stuff. Walking around with the Air Maxes, they were close, but the Huarache just felt a little more similar. But again, if you're going to walk around in these casually while you're doing whatever you're doing out for the day, I don't think you can go wrong with these. And again, for only $90, that's a pretty solid deal in my eyes because they seem to be on sale often. There's a sale going on right now because it's Memorial Day and all that stuff. So if you're really looking for a pair, go ahead and get yourself a pair and check them out. Let me know what you think. Past that, I don't think there's a whole lot else really to say about them. So just in short, true to size for those of you who didn't listen the first time. Pretty comfortable, not super comfortable, but pretty solid. So there's that for you. And again, I know I said something earlier where I said that the sports series was probably going to be lighter. These are still pretty light, but the sports series just looks like it's lighter, you know, like more running centric. So there we go. I think that is all I have to say as far as the fit and the sizing goes. Hopefully the videos showing you each pair has gone through long enough. And now we can wrap this up because I feel like this video has gone on long enough. Wouldn't you say? So here's the thing, people. It's semi-early in the day. I'm going to try and get this thing wrapped up. What is it, like 11? Yeah, it's 11. So I'm going to try and get this thing wrapped up and sent out to you all so you can watch it if you want to watch it. And so that means I need to go. So from me to you, have a nice rest of your day or rest of your night, whatever it is, wherever you are. And I'll have another video possibly tomorrow. And I'm hoping that's the last one for a little bit, but I feel like it's not. Nope, it's not, because something from Finish Line just shipped. So, and then I'll be back, I guess, maybe on Monday or two. I don't know. I don't follow these shipping things anymore. I just sit back and if I hear a sound at the door, looks like I'm doing a video that day. If I don't, it's a day off. That simple. All right. Later, people.